Today is an exciting day because we are finally, after weeks and months of working on this planner collection, ready to hit publish. I just had the most unexpected email in my inbox after lunch, and like one of those, it's just been, I don't know what to say, because I can't actually tell you guys what was in the contents of this email until I actually answer the person and see whether or not this is like the right thing for me, but it is something I'm very excited about and would be really, really cool if it worked out. I feel like since last week when I hit that reboot button and I had that mental mindset switch, that things have just been clicking and falling into place, and it just took moving a few things off my to-do list and I can finally think. And this week is the first time in months, literally months, that I have properly felt myself. I'm excited about the content that I'm creating. I actually like the things that I'm making and putting out there, and I'm checking to see what people are commenting and if they're liking it too, and not in an obsessive way, but just I'm genuinely excited and loving what I'm putting out there, and things have just been working. But also I have just had the most amazing emails in my inbox in the last week. This is the third thing that has come through unexpected in the last week since I last vlogged. I feel there's this really good energy around what I'm doing, and I'm really, really excited about it. And I will share more details as soon as I can on everything, obviously, but I also just wanted to take that moment. Anyway, the whole point of today and starting to vlog again, even though it's the middle/end of the week, is that yes, the to-do list has been cleared, things are working, I'm feeling motivated and inspired again. Now that everything's out of the way, now that I've can feel my brain working again, and I'm actually excited to come to the studio, the next couple of days, the end of this week and the start of next week, I am going to be focusing on my first creative projects of 2025, which I'm really, really excited about. So first up, it's been a long time coming, but we are finally gonna finish my 2025 planner collection. The manuscripts, as you guys know, are basically ready to go. I do need to go into the weekly planner and make an undated version, because I never did actually create an undated version. I originally planned to just publish the 2025 version in November, and then at the start of this year come back and make the undated version like I did last year with the 2024 planner. But as you guys know, that didn't work out because my merch launch went a bit topsy-turvy. Again, that vlog is up on my channel. You can go and watch it if you want to catch up, or if you're new here and you've no idea what I'm talking about. But if you have been watching since September, you will know that I spent weeks working on these planners and notebooks. I've done a ton of research, I've done a ton of planning and ideation, and then a ton of design work, and never got these published. So then the first project on my list to tackle for the end of this week is to actually finish off those planners. And I thought it would be really fun to show you guys the process of how I self-publish using Amazon, to give you guys a little bit of a peek into that, and to actually bring you guys along for the end of this journey, because you have been here since I started creating these planners. I documented the whole process, so I thought, we might as well finish the journey together. So that is what I'm going to start into once I collect myself. Hopefully today I'm going to get the manuscripts rechecked and finished off. It's been so long since I looked at them that I'm going to need to go back through them and make sure there's no other changes that need to be made, and then we'll see how we go from there. But then the next step, of course, will be getting them onto Amazon, KDP, and publishing them so that we can finally launch them and put them out into the world. So let's get stuck into that, shall we? Right, I have tied my hair up, I've made myself a cup of tea. We took the dogs to the park to kind of decompress a little bit, because I feel like I got a little bit too excited and then my brain just started to crash. So we are gonna get stuck into these
planners, I was feeling a little bit overwhelmed because it's been so long since I tackled these designs. So I think what I'm gonna do is just go through the file one at a time and start to make a list of what all the different designs are, so I can start to have like a checklist to make sure that I get each of them uploaded to Amazon KDP and I don't forget about anything that was in the original collection that I created. So let's get stuck in.
My goodness. I am tired. It is 8 o'clock. I'm going to call it a night on the planners for today. I went through all the manuscripts and I fixed them and did some final edits and tweaks. The big job was the 2025 weekly planner, which had to be switched to an undated planner. So there were a few small changes that I had to make, but then I also had to change basically every weekly spread to be undated rather than dated and like take the dates off of the monthly spread calendars. So that actually took quite a little bit of time. Like I needed to take a break in the middle of that because it gets so repetitive of like fixing things that I sometimes worry I'm gonna make teeny tiny little mistakes. I'm gonna call it a night on that for tonight because I know that I've kind of gotten to the point where I've looked at these manuscripts so many times, and I know I said this like in the last vlog when I was originally making them, but I've got to the point where I've looked at them so many times that I'm not going to actually notice the mistakes. So I'm going to go and prep some dinner, and then tomorrow I'm going to give one final check over them to make sure that I haven't accidentally like spelt a day of the week wrong and then duplicated it across like 52 weeks of the year. We are finally one step closer. I can see the light at the end of this project tunnel. It's been a long time coming, but I'm going to hope that it's all divine timing and these were never meant to publish before Christmas because they were supposed to publish in February because that's when people were going to be excited about them. That's the energy I'm putting out there and the energy that I'm going to manifest. And now it's time to go and manifest a burger and some chips. Today is an exciting day because we are finally, after weeks and months of working on this planner collection, ready to hit publish. This has been a long journey. It's been a long journey. Let me set you guys down. It was already a long journey, and then we kind of hit a little bit of like a road bump this week that I was not expecting, which actually added yet another week to the process of trying to get these planners up on Amazon. It has actually been a whole week since I checked in with you guys last. So last week on Thursday, I finished up checking like the manuscripts and making the edits that I needed to do in order to make the dated planners undated and checking everything was okay because it had been like a month since I'd looked at these, more like 2 months. Friday, I sat down with the plan to start uploading because I thought that I had already done like my copy like template. When I'm uploading to Amazon KDP, I actually do like the listing copy in a Google Doc and I work with ChatGPT for SEO before I actually start uploading because I just find it easier to like work on copy outside of where you're uploading. I do that with a lot of things as well, like my website as well. I'll like do the copy in a Google Doc before I add it to the website. So I thought that I had already done that that part back in December, but I think I confused and was like, I was confused and I was thinking of like my March collection doing the copy for that. Anyway, the copy wasn't done. So that was Friday. Monday was the day where I was like, I'm gonna get these uploaded to my Amazon KDP bookshelf and we're gonna be ready to hit publish and finish off this vlog and finish off basically this collection. Keeping in mind, we do still have to go through the review phase. So when you hit publish, there's like 72 hours where your designs go into review. So we still have to go through that phase. We haven't even got to that phase yet. But what came up on Monday was I started to like upload, and I've never done this many designs at once. And I learned that you can actually only add 3 books to your Amazon KDP bookshelf per day. So I was like uploading on Monday and I got to book 4 and it just would like notebook planner design 4 and it would just not let me, like it just would not let me add it to my Amazon KDP bookshelf. And that is when I learned that you can only upload 3 designs per day, like 3 book manuscripts or 3 low content books a day. So basically every day this week, my morning routine has been coming in with my cup of coffee, sitting down and uploading the next 3 designs to the bookshelf. So this morning I uploaded the last design and the full collection is now ready on the back end of my Amazon KDP bookshelf, ready to hit publish. But I thought it would be really fun to bring you guys like behind the scenes of my Amazon KDP bookshelf, because I know a lot of you are very curious about this process. And I know I've mentioned a lot in recent vlogs that I actually do have a full course where I teach this, and I will be running that again later this year. It's probably going to be like summer/autumn time where I run this again. I thought I would bring you guys behind my bookshelf to show you like what's actually involved in uploading a design to Amazon KDP on the back end and why this took me so long, like why this last step takes so long, because even without like the 3 books per day thing, this is a lengthy process. This is my KDP bookshelf. So up here at the top, there is all of the new designs in the collection, the bullet journal, the gridline notebooks, the daily planners, and the weekly planners. There is a lot of designs. It actually goes on to the 2nd page because I'm only showing 10 per page. Let's put it up to 25 per page because then we might be able to see all of the designs. So there is the full collection. So you can see why with only 3 designs per day, it has taken me a whole week to get these all up on my Amazon KDP bookshelf. I haven't hit publish on any of these. So if you look at like this little status button, they're all currently drafts, but everything is ready to go. I just thought it would be nice if we could hit publish together since you guys have come along for this whole journey with me. These are some of my other planners that I've already created, so you can see that they have a live status because they are available on Amazon, and this is what they look like. So let's go ahead and click on this weekly planner design, which is the Working on My Big Dreams weekly planner, and I'm going to show you all of the different parts of the listing creation process. The first thing that you add obviously is your book title and your subtitle. The title and the subtitle have to be completely different. Like there can be no words mentioned in the title that you also mention in the subtitle. Then if you're creating like books, you can add like a series, you can add like an edition number, you can add your author name. You can also link this to your Amazon author profile, which is a whole other setup. Then we have the description section. So this is the part that I usually do the like copy template for. I actually have my Google Doc open over here. So I have slightly different versions of this copy and description for the notebooks, so the bullet journal and the grid notebook, and for the planners, which were the daily and the weekly planners. So I've just kind of kept them similar and changed like the title to represent the quote that's on the front of the cover or like the details that are on the cover. So we do the description and then we get into all of like the little nitty-gritty details about the book, like the copyright. Then you can select your primary marketplace. I always select Amazon.com for my primary marketplace. The primary percentage of my demographic is based in the US and the second biggest portion of my audience is based in the UK. So I always set it to Amazon.com because I know that most of the people who I'm going to be sharing this link with are based in the US, but it's also going to be available on all of the other Amazon marketplaces that KDP books are available. If you are watching and you are from somewhere that's not the US or the UK, let me know in the comments because I am always so curious and so surprised at where in the world you guys are based. I always assume that most of you are like UK or Ireland or Europe because that's where I'm from. Anyway,
After we've selected our primary marketplace, the next thing that you select is your categories. This is like a drop-down menu where you basically select the book category and then the subcategory of where it's going to be listed, and you can select 3 different categories. Down the bottom, the last couple of details that you're going to add to your listing are the keywords. So these are just general like tags basically. And then there are some publication and release date settings, but for low content books, this isn't relevant. That is just the first page of uploading your book to Amazon KDP, which is all of the details. The next part, step 2, is where you add the content. We're gonna like choose our book print options. So my planners, because they have color designs, I'm gonna do them in color. I'm gonna do with standard color because it's a little bit cheaper to print, which means it's gonna be cheaper for you guys to buy. Then you select your trim size, you add your bleed if you've uploaded a PDF document, and then you choose your cover finish. The very last thing that you've got to add is your actual book files. So you have to upload your manuscript, which is like the pages inside in your design, and your cover separate to each other. There's a little button where you can launch a preview, and it basically gives you a little screen where you can like flick through all of the pages in your book to make sure everything's lining up okay. The very last thing that you do on the last section is just set the listing price, and that's it. That is like how you upload a book to Amazon KDP. So all of my designs for my new collection are ready to go. All that is left to do is hit publish on them. Hopefully by the time this vlog goes up, all of them, or at least some or most of them, will be live on Amazon, and you'll be able to find the links in the description under this video. Let's go ahead and hit publish on the book, the first book together. I wanted to bring you guys along for this part because we've been designing these since October, I think was when I created the first vlog where I shared the behind the scenes of this process. And here we are 4 months later. 4 months later, we're finally ready to hit publish on this collection. So let's do it. Let's click on the first design. We've got to click continue setup, and then we've got to go all the way to the last tab here. Then down the very bottom of this where you like set your price is the publish your paperback button. So let's go ahead and click that. I'm so excited. This has been such a long time coming. I'm so excited about this collection. Confirmation, my paperback has been submitted. Your book will be checked against Amazon KDP's guidelines. During this time, you won't be able to make any changes to your book. After passing review, we'll send you an email. It can take up to 72 hours before your book becomes available. Now I just have to do that for every other design in the collection. But we are in the review phase, guys. That's it now. It's just a waiting game until these get published. But I hope you guys enjoyed coming along for this last part of the journey. By the time this vlog goes up, hopefully these will have gone through review and the links will be available for you guys in the description under this video. The next thing that I'm going to be doing is ordering my author copies once they go through review. Hopefully in next week's vlog, I'll be able to give you guys a little unboxing of the designs and what they look like in reality. I've really enjoyed sharing this process with you and bringing you along for this project from start to finish. If you are new to this channel and you missed the original vlogs where I like came up with the concept for the collection and designed them, everything is documented in here on my channel. I'll put the links to the previous vlogs in the description under this video if you want to go back and see like the beginning phases and the mood boards and everything else that went into creating these. So now we just gotta wait for these planners to go through review. Let me know in the comments which design you are most excited about seeing and getting your hands on, especially if you've been watching since the beginning. And I will see you guys in the comments, and I will see you guys in the next video where hopefully we're gonna finally be unboxing these designs.